Hello my friends, welcome to our new CCNA lab video about EtherChannel. EtherChannel allows us to bundle multiple ports together to act as a one whole link between the switches. This provides increased bandwidth and redundancy, and I think it's described in the lately times high availability. So when we normally connect two switches, more than two interfaces, STP, spanning tree protocol, comes into play. Which causing one of the connections to be in a block state. This is actually for preventing the broadcast storm, the endless broadcast messages. So this port actually is waiting to take over in case of a failure of the other active one. So however, with EtherChannel, we can overcome this limitation and utilize all available connections effectively. So we will set them like all of them active at the same time. There are three versions of EtherChannel that we'll be exploring. First one is PAgP, Port Aggregation Protocol. This is Cisco's proprietary protocol. I hope it sounds like that. It operates dynamically and forms automatically EtherChannel links. By default, both sides should be set to auto, but to set one of them at desirable will be sufficient to create the EtherChannel. LACP, Link Aggregation Protocol, which is IEEE standard, IEEE 802.3 AD. And this is vendorless protocol. We can say it that this works on all switches. It's similar to PAgP. It acts like dynamically. For LACP, we should set one of the sides to active, and that will be enough. Static EtherChannel, unlike PAgP and LACP, this is not dynamic. So this does not rely on any protocol. Instead of this, the administrator manually should configure the ports. They should be bundled. So both sides of the link should be set on to establish the EtherChannel. Before we proceed to the lab, you can check that the current setup is already being finished like we did in the earlier labs. You can check the existing port channels by using the show EtherChannel summary, or you can, as a short, show EtherSum. If you wish to perform some configuration for yourself, of course, you can erase the NVRAM and restart the switches. And by looking at the topology, you can see which interfaces should be bundled and in which protocol. For example, F01 to 4 on the switches, on all switches, I can say it like that. It should be LACP. Between 1 and 2 SVI switch, L3 switch, G0, 1 and 2 will be set as a EtherChannel, but you will use static EtherChannel. And between F021 to 24, the last four interfaces, it should be PAgP. And the group numbers that you should use is described in the topology as well. So now we have a clear understanding of EtherChannel and the various modes. So let's dive into the lab and start the configurations. Okay, now we will start from access layer switch 1. Enable config D. I will put the name as AS1. I will choose the interface from F01 to 4 first. Interface range F01 to 4. Then we will put the LACP. So the command is channel group. Group is 1. Group number is 1. Mode active. By doing so, it will become LACP. Then we get into the created interface and set it as trunk. If we look at the trunk interface, it's not shown yet because the other side. If we check the EtherChannel summary, we see it as S and D. S means layer 2, D means down. So let's go to the other one, distribution layer switch DS1. We will choose the same range, but first the host name DS1 and interface range from F01 to 4. Channel group 1, mode active or passive, but let's try passive. And interface PO1, then we will put switch port mode trunk. But you see that there is, because this is L3 switch, we should set it encapsulation.1q command to be compatible with the other one. And when you look at like this, LACP SU, S layer 2, U means up. And the trunk interface is formed, as you can see. All the VLANs are allowed for now. We define it like that. We can also check the spanning tree. As you can see, PO1 is in forwarding state, which is actually from F01 to 4. Others are not set, so some of them are forwarding, some of them are in blocking state. For example, G001 is alternating, G002 is alternating. And when we set them all, we will see how it changes. Now let's continue with this side, DS2. Interface range. First, I will set to 2124. And this will be the PAgP. So, channel group. This will be group number 2, mode. It can be desirable. Or let's put it to auto, the other side. I will put to desirable. Interface PO2. Switch port trunk encapsulation.1q. And then set it to trunk. If you look at this, it is ST. Now it is down for now because the other side is not bundled yet. So let's make it here. Interface range 2424. Channel group 2 mode. This would be desirable. So this switch will be in desirable mode all the time. Interface PO2. You can see them, it is up. Actually, I should first put it to trunk, switch port mode trunk, but I think this is about packet tracer. By the way, I can try this command, but you can see it's not coming because it's L2 switch. So switch port mode trunk. Again, let's check. EtherChannel summary, it is all up. Okay. And P means port in channel. So let's go to the DS1 again. And I will set the G0 interfaces 1 to 2. No switch port because it will be L3. So channel group, this will be 3 mode. It will be static, so it is on. Then I will show EtherChannel summary. It is not seen yet. Interface PO3. Then I will define an IP address for this port. I already made no switch port, so I can add the IP address. 10.0.10.1 for the left side. 10.0.0.0 /30 for the left side, and I'll also try to do the same. Interface range G012, but first check the summary. There is nothing. All the output to left side, there is nothing here. So choose the 01 to 2 IP in a no switch port first, then get into the channel group bundling mode, 3 mode. This will be on also. If off, it will not be bundled. Interface PO3, then IP at 10.002/30 subnet mask. Then when we check again, EtherChannel summary, RU is up. It actually show up in the beginning also, but this is about packet tracer probably on the left side. So I will go to the F0 21 to 24 for the AS switch. So channel group 2 mode desirable. So it will be PAgP. Interface PO2, switch port trunk encapsulation we should write because it's L3 switch. Then switch port mode trunk, then check. It is SD first. Then when we do the other side, it will be up. Okay, put the host name for AS2. Interface range F0 21 to 24. And when I look, it's not shown yet, or wait, okay. Okay, still not up. I will continue. Channel group 2. Group 2 mode. This can be desirable or auto, it doesn't matter. Interface PO2, switch port mode trunk, and with this it should be okay. It's bundled. It is SU up. So that's the setup for the left side. So I already did a little bit on the right side to see that connections are done. Okay, now we will copy the settings from left side to the right side. We already do some settings on the right, but actually I want to do and show it that to apply some show commands. I made the settings, but we could do like this from the beginning. AS1 and DS1 settings are copied to the downloads. Just one last check and show EtherChannel summary. So the bundles are up. We can also check here. Now there is only one is missing on this DS2. We will arrange it. Okay. I changed this as AS2. There's nothing to change, I guess, because there is no IP address related thing, but let's check. I will not touch the group numbers, it will be the same. Port numbers will be the same. On purpose, I connect them on the same ports from the left to right. They are symmetric. Okay, it can be left as desirable, it's not important. It can be auto also. Okay, let's say it as AS2. And then we change this one, DS2. Here we will play with the IP address. It will be 2. And all the other things should be same. So okay, seems like okay. If it doesn't work, we will do no shutdown. Save it as switch to distribution layer, second switch. Then go to loading config. I will load it as startup config and restart, reload it. This is DS2, so it will be this. Then go CLI, reload no, and confirm. Do the same for AS2 and choose no. Okay, reload. And next. Okay, let's look at here. Show EtherChannel summary. Up. DS2, check the site. EtherChannel summary. Looks like down, PO1 down, PO1. That goes to the down. Okay, this looks like problem. Look here. Down, up, down. There should be no tree bundle here. This is AS switch, and the name is wrong also. I look like I made a mistake here. Okay, if you made a mistake in loading the wrong config, you can easily see it from the name also, host name. So that's better to put the host name. So let's reload, confirm, next. Check AS2, good. It should be working now. Yes, okay, there's two bundles. Let's check here also. It goes, okay, all is up. Okay, seems like everything is okay.